Hello again, I'm Justin, and today on my channel, Dash and Run, we're going to be having a look at the Samsung Galaxy camera. Now this camera is a 16 megapixel camera with a 21 optical zoom and a 2.3mm wide lens, and it runs Android Jelly Bean 4.12. So what we'll do first of all is we'll do a bit of an unboxing and have a look at what the contents is in this box. And then I'll go through some of the features of this camera, and then also I'll show you some of the photos and video. So first of all we'll cut to the unboxing and we'll take it from there. Right, so let's have a look in this box of the Samsung Galaxy camera. So we'll open the box up, and first of all, as you can see, the first thing we see is of course the lovely camera. So I'll just put that over that side and we'll have a look at the camera first of all, and we'll also remove this sticky back thing. So looking around the camera, you can see that you have your zoom and your shutter release, you've got your power button, you've got a flash pop-up, and it's a proper real flash, not some sort of LED flash, which is pretty good. You've got your little strap holder there. On the other side, you've got a USB connection port that's priority USB to their own plug, obviously, and you've got a headphone jack. And on the bottom, you've got the tripod mount, and then if you open this door flap, you've got where the battery lives, which is in here, and you've also got a little SIM card slot and your SD card slot, mini SD, that takes. So that's that. That's sort of a bit of a look around the actual camera. What else is in this box? We'll come back to the box again. So we've got in the box, we've got a USB connection, we've got the power adapter, and we've got the strap, and also a couple of little basic manuals to get started, I suppose, with the camera. So I'll put those all over that way. And so this is basically everything that you get in the camera. When you buy this camera, you get all these items here. Right, as I said, so there's your camera, your strap, your USB power adapter, and the cable with their own version of a USB thing, so it's not a standard mini USB. And because I'm in Australia, I also got this adapter, which allows me to plug the charger device into the wall here, which is something I would definitely change, because that's really ridiculous and oversized. If you have that in the wall and it's sticking out that much, it's going to just fall out. So I have it as an unboxing. This is basically the items that you will find in your Galaxy camera box. So first of all, we'll power up the camera by holding the button down, and then it comes up with the Samsung Galaxy camera logo. And this is a feature I'm not too keen on. It seems to take an awful long time to start up. For a camera that I suppose you want to go and use to point and shoot, it's got to go through quite a few steps. I suppose that's the inherent problem of running a camera with an Android operating system, so it's a bit more than just a quick start up. There may be something in the menu. As I said, this is the beginning first look at it. So we'll put something in front of the camera so it's not just looking at anything. And the camera shutter release here, which allows you to take a picture, or you've got the top shutter release like that to take a picture. You've got your zoom, which is on the top there, so you can zoom right in. Can't get too close there, obviously. We'll zoom back out. Here we've got some filters to select. At the moment no filter, but you've got a couple of different looks that you can adapt onto it. I suppose they're quick filters to pick. We don't want any, so we'll go back to none. On this button, which is your mode button, you've got your automatic mode, which is what it's in at the moment. Then you've got something called a smart mode, and that allows you to select different options for different types of filming scenarios. I suppose, like, as you can see, you know, best lighting, fireworks, night, sunset, waterfall, panorama, sort of all those sort of different types of shots. I'll try the macro shot and see if we can actually zoom in a bit closer. Cannot zoom in or out in macro mode. Okay, so we could just go closer with the camera in macro mode. Then the next button is, when you press this, is the one here is expert, and what that does, it tries to simulate, I suppose, a camera lens, but it looks pretty shitty actually, and it's not something I would call that great to operate. And you've got, you know, you can delve into your full manual settings and operate, you know, all your f-stops and your priority iris and all the things you want to set on your camera to a more sort of professional level, I suppose. And then the last button here is the button for taking video. Now this is the video recording button, and as you can see it's now recording a video, and you've got the option of stopping it and pausing it. Now you have to go into the camera settings over here to change the different things that you want to change on this camera. So if you want to change your photo sizes, you've got the selection there. If you want to operate your flash, you've got that, and you've got sharing, you've got the various options there, if you can see, and then you've got some other ones here like your guidelines and your filters, previews, GPS and all sorts of things like that, and your lamp. So that's some of the features for the camera. If you want to check for video, you hit that button there, and you've got a few settings here. You've got the full HD, HD 720p, slow-mo and sharing mode, but I've got it in the full HD mode, which is the best mode. But I'll also upload and show you some videos in the slow-mo in between, so you can see what the slow-mo looks like. So we'll just close that and we'll go back to this, and then the next thing you can push is this button here, and that will give you, you know, like a photo review of what you've just seen. And then if you go back to that button there, it will take us back, and if you press this little house button, it will take us into the Android operating system itself. And as you can see, it's got the Android operating system here, and we can look at the different apps on here. So you can actually play your YouTube stuff, and you know, you can have a look at things on YouTube and play them back and have a look and see what sort of videos you're getting on here. So I suppose in that sense you've got a very good portable camera. And then of course you've got more settings on here which will go through and allow you to tweak the various different things from Bluetooth to Wi-Fi to whatever you want. So it is an interesting kind of camera, but I don't know what necessarily the market it's aimed for. Is it aimed for a point and shoot type person? I suppose it is, but you could get away with doing point and shoot stuff with a point and shoot camera, and you could get one of these cards which would give you Wi-Fi in your standard point and shoot, so you wouldn't really necessarily need something like this. But having the Android operating system, I suppose, is nice. You can tag things. You've got the full function of the Android operating system, which is quite good. It's very responsive. So as a point and shoot camera, I suppose it's got its merits. But would you consider it as a secondary camera or a full-on camera, or your first go at a camera? These are things that you'd have to decide on, and I suppose a lot of it would go with the price too, because you could get quite a good point and shoot for a similar price to this. Anyway, I hope this has been of some interest, as it is just a basic overview of this camera, and thank you for watching, and as usual, please subscribe to my channel.